Hello everybody, it's Hater, and welcome to my 20 easiest island soul guide video. In Lost Ark, there are a bunch of collectibles scattered around the world of Arcasia. One of them, called Island Souls, are relic rarity orbs that you go out and collect and bring back to the island Opher, the Lonely Island. Doing so will reward you in both roster XP and progression towards Island Souls. Every 5 that you obtain will give you a new reward. You'll gain things like masterpieces, aquamarines for your compass, and secret maps. But the most important thing that a lot of people are going to want to get, especially for vertical character progression, is the greater skill potion at 20 island souls. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. If you guys want to see more Lost Ark content like this, then give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop by my Twitch where I play Lost Ark on the daily. Before we even get into the Island Souls though, you guys are going to want to make sure that you have a good chunk of the world open and complete up to Arthitine in the story. This is going to allow you to go to Opher the Lonely Island off the coast of East Vern and talk to the old man there who wants you to collect the island souls scattered around the world. After you finish his quest, he rewards you with your very first island soul, starting your collection. Afterwards, you can check his inventory and it will show you all of the rewards for collecting island souls. But before we leave the island and move on to the next one, make sure that you lay a Bifrost here so that you can teleport back at any moment when you're watching this video. But upon leaving Opher the Lonely Island, we're going to be heading west to the island Fortuna. After arriving at Fortuna, you're going to notice there are a bunch of pots scattered around the island. Breaking these pots are going to be how you get the island soul. Each pot has an RNG chance to drop something inside of it. A lot of times it's going to drop enemies, but what you're looking for is a golden pot with inside a pot. Breaking that golden pot has another RNG chance to spawn your island soul. Usually this will take you around 15 to 30 minutes to get. But after obtaining the island soul from your golden pot, you can move on to the next island. And the next one we're going to be going to is east of Fortuna, called Turtle Island. After arriving and exploring the island a little bit, you're going to notice there are a bunch of turtles on the island and a quest to start a quest chain. Completing the quest chain will give you the Turtle Island soul. This takes around 20 to 30 minutes at most and is fairly simple to do. Once you've gotten that island soul, you're going to depart and move north to the island directly above Turtle, called Starlight Isle. Upon arriving, you're going to notice the giant lighthouse with a little girl that will start your quest chain. Just like Turtle Island, the quest chain is going to reward you with the Starlight Isle soul. Unlike Turtle Island though, this one's going to take you roughly an entire hour to do because of how lengthy the quest line is. Once you've reached about halfway through the quest chain, it's going to have you do a quest called The Soul Left in X301. At this point, we're going to be putting a pause on Starlight Isle's questline because we're going to arrive at another island called Facility X301. Once you arrive here, you're going to notice there are a bunch of robots scattered around the island with a quest chain in the top part of the map. Completing the Defective Products quest chain is going to give you a repeatable quest called Serviceable Condition and ask you to get 100 robot parts. After you've collected 100 robot parts, you will be given the secret hideout access card. If you look on your map, you'll notice that on Facility X301, there is a dungeon. The boss inside of the dungeon, Tarmacum, has an RNG chance to drop your island soul. If you don't happen to get the island soul on your first try, you have to do the Serviceable Condition mission all over again and go right back in. This one took me around 5 to 10 tries, but afterwards, once you've obtained the island soul, you can finish the quest chain on Starlight Isle and move on to your next island. Moving from Starlight Isle, we're going to head north and go to Golden Wave. Landing on this island, you're going to notice there are a bunch of chests or even boxes hidden around the island. These boxes and chests have a chance to drop the island soul. On average, this one should take you around 15 to 20 minutes to do, or even 10 minutes if you're really lucky. But after you've obtained the island soul from Golden Wave, you can leave and head west to the PvP island called Slime Island. Even though that it says that this island is marked for PvP, a lot of the people on this island are not going to fight you because of the island soul. The way that you're going to get the island soul from Slime Island is of course from killing slimes, but not just the ordinary slimes you see moving around the island. Around the outer ring of the island, there is an RNG chance for a golden slime to spawn. This golden slime moves very quickly and is quite annoying to kill, but killing it has a high chance to drop your Slime Island soul. If you were like my editor Malfenic, he happened to get his on his very first try. But for somebody like me, it took me around 5 or 6 tries. After you've obtained this island soul, you can leave the island and move west to Crescent Isle. Upon arriving at Crescent Isle, you're not really gonna know what's going on. There's only gonna be one quest on the island and then a vendor that you can speak to. The way that you guys are gonna be earning the island soul from Crescent Isle is through using the hunting life skill and skinning the rabbits on the island. Skinning the rabbits are going to reward you with a chance to earn crystallized scales. After you've obtained enough crystallized scales, you can turn them in at the vendor for the island soul. If you don't have enough work energy at this time, you can set a Bifrost here and come back later when you do. Afterwards though, you're going to be leaving the island and heading west yet again to Shadow Island. Upon arriving, you're going to see a giant tower that you're going to enter. The quest that you do on this island is actually very useful besides just giving the island soul. If you ever do need extra materials for your alts, this is great for your tier 1 characters. After completing the island's quest chain, you'll be rewarded with the Shadow Island soul. Now that you've completed Shadow Island, you can sail back towards Opher or use the Bifrost we talked about earlier and make your way down south to the island Astella. This is one of the more pleasing to look at islands in my opinion. The first thing you're going to be noticing while walking around are a bunch of falling stars that you can pick up. Those falling stars are what are going to give you the island soul. Every time that you pick one up, it has an RNG chance to drop the island soul with it. Similar to Fortuna, this takes about 15 to 20 minutes, but if you're really unlucky, it can take upwards to 30. Moving from Astella after you obtain the island soul, we're heading directly south and landing on Giant Mushroom Island. Similarly to Crescent Isle, this is going to be one of the islands that require you to use your work energy to gain the island soul, but once you land there, you're going to be picking up the quest and then buy the nut juice to shrink down and enter the island. While tiny, you can walk around and chop down giant mushrooms with your work energy. These giant mushrooms are how you are going to obtain the island soul. Every time that you get a proc from using your axe on it, it has a chance to give you the island soul along with materials. Again, this is another RNG based island, but it should take you around 15 to 20 minutes depending on your luck. Similarly to Crescent Isle, if you guys don't have enough work energy, you can set a Bifrost here and come back at a later date. Afterwards though, you're gonna set sail and head west to Fomona Island. While on the island, all you would have to do to gain the island soul is complete the purple quest chain that takes about 10 minutes in total. Easily one of the most simple island souls in this guide. Afterwards though, we're gonna set sail and head to another PvP island east called Atlas. Now this is one of the islands that I'm just gonna have you guys check, because the way that you're gonna earn the island soul from Atlas is by spending 16,800 pirate coins at a random vendor that spawns on the island. The other reason I want you guys to check this island too is because of the giant heart merchant that also spawns along with the island soul merchant. If you guys remember, you collected your first giant heart from doing the Tortoise storyline, meaning around this point you would have 1 or 2 giant hearts in your collection. Picking up the giant heart from this island is going to help you out with an island soul later. But just like the island soul merchant, This one also has a random chance to spawn in 3 different areas on the island. The giant heart in question is also going to be sold for 33,000 pirate coins. So if you guys have enough pirate coins, you can pick both of these up along the way to the next island. If not though, then you guys don't have to do this island at all. It just has a really easy requirement to gain both a giant heart and an island soul at the same time. Moving from Atlas though, after you've finished up talking to both vendors, you're gonna head south to Serenity Isle. And similarly to Turtle Island and Fomona Island, the way you guys are gonna be earning the island soul from this one is through the purple quest chain on the island. Immediately when you enter, you're going to notice a pile of scrap on the floor that you can interact with. This is the starter for the purple quest chain. Something to note though is that this quest chain can be a little tedious. It's going to have you complete both the Morai Ruins and Tortoise Heart dungeon to finish the quest chain. In doing so though, it will also reward you with another skill point potion on top of the greater one you'll be getting after this video. So definitely don't skip out on this island. This one should take you around another hour or so to finish because of the dungeons, but if you need to, you can lay a Bifrost on the island for a quick return. Afterwards, finishing up at Serenity Isle, you're going to be moving south yet again to Wisdom Isle. And remember the giant hearts I talked about earlier? If you happen to have 3 of them when entering this island, you'll be able to pick up a quest for the giant heart vendor. Not only will you be able to start your giant heart collection, but you'll be able to get the Wisdom Isle token from doing so. If you don't happen to have 3 giant hearts at this point, then don't sweat it and we'll just move to the next island. Upon leaving Wisdom, we're going to be heading to the island that is the eastmost from it, Lost City. And just like Giant Mushroom and Crescent Isle, you're going to be using your work energy again to get the island soul. If you also didn't have pirate coins for Atlas earlier, then doing the quest chain here will reward you with a bunch of high sea coin chests. But the way you guys are going to be earning the island soul from Lost City is by opening the random treasure chests scattered around the island. However, to open the chests, you're going to need Worn Keys of Oblivion. These are going to come from the fishing spots around the island. Again, like the other work energy related islands, if you don't have any work energy, you can save this island for later and just come back to it another time. Similar to Crescent Isle and Giant Mushroom Isle, this should take you around 15 to 20 minutes of opening random chests until you get the island soul. Afterwards, you're going to be leaving the island and making your way west past the Dead Water Zone to Reminiscence. Make sure that you path around the dead water area because it is the most lethal water hazard in the game, but upon arriving, you're going to notice that there really isn't a whole lot on the island except for a purple quest. This purple quest is how you are going to earn the island soul. Picking it up, it's really not going to tell you where to go. So on screen now, I'm going to show you guys the path you need to take in order to finish the quest. Once you've walked around the island and talked to each different marker, you'll reach the final part of the quest to enter a dungeon as an NPC. Again, just like the quest before, it doesn't really tell you where you need to go. So on screen again, I'm going to show you guys where you need to go in order to complete it. After you've gone to all 4 spots as the NPC, you'll get a cutscene and you'll finish the quest. After leaving Reminiscence Isle, you're going to be heading west yet again to an island called the Island of Time. Again, this is going to be another island that needs you to have work energy in order to get the island soul, but the way that you're actually going to earn the island soul is by killing a boss that spawns from pots. Now, these magic pots that you need to get come from fishing. So any area on the map that you fish at has a chance to give you a pot. The one that you are specifically looking for though is a magic jar. Any other jar or pot that you earn from fishing won't spawn the boss except for that one. But once you have one, you're going to take it to one of the 4 orange circles around the map and open it on top of the orange circle. If you're lucky, it'll spawn the boss you need to kill. If not though, it'll just spawn some random enemy. So if you don't get the boss on your first few tries, Just keep fishing until you get it. Once you do get the boss to spawn though, it has a chance to drop the island soul after killing it. I will note though, the boss has about 5.5 million HP. So if you're not around tier 3 or high tier 2, you're gonna really struggle to kill this by yourself. So doing this in a party if you're below tier 2 or right around mid tier 2 is your best bet. Other players on the island after the island soul can also be quite helpful, because the only requirement to gain the island soul is to kill the boss. If you help participate in fighting the boss with other people on the island, it can drop from their jar instead of yours. After you've gotten the island soul, or you decided to skip this island, we're gonna head all the way back to Arthentine, either using our Bifrost to Opher for a quick time save, or just straight up sailing all the way there. You might be asking, why are we going to Arthentine? It's not an island. The reason we're going here is to travel to the origin of Stern, as I am in the background, and talk to this NPC to start the quest for Aiwana Island. Upon starting this quest chain, it's gonna have you go to another island called Pato. When you arrive here, there's going to be a bartender you speak to on the top of the deck that's going to progress your quest and ask you to sail west to Aiwana Island to gain the island soul. After you make your way to Aiwana Island and finish the quest, you'll gain the Aiwana Island soul. But before you guys leave, you're gonna notice that a new purple quest marker pops up on the minimap. Heading over there, you'll pick up another quest chain that'll take you to a different island called Revelry Row. This island, only being a little north of Aiwana, will progress the quest chain and ask you go to a different island called Gravis. The reward for the quest chain is also the Gravis Island soul. So from Revelry Row, we're gonna set sail to the west and head to Gravis through the Tempest Seas. But along the way, there's going to be another island in between Gravis and Revelry Row called Distorted Island. When you reach this island, you're gonna notice that you're not able to open up your map and you can't enter the mansion from the center. What you have to do is go to the right of the mansion through a secret path to then enter from the side. After entering the mansion, what you're looking for is an NPC that teleports from room to room as you walk through them. In total, there are 4 different rooms, and he will be inside of one of them until you enter a different room. Talking to him is going to start the quest line for your Distorted Island soul. All you have to do is find him in each different room as he talks until you reach a part in the quest line where you have to complete a cube run. If you happen to have a cube ticket at this time, you can teleport back to any mainstream town, run the cube, and then finish his quest line. Afterwards, you obtain the Distorted Island soul, and you can now make your way west to go to Gravis. Upon reaching Gravis, you finish up the quest line from Aiwana Island and you obtain the Gravis Island soul. Meaning in total, we've gone over 21 island souls across the entire video. All you would have to do is take them all back to Opher the Lonely Island, interact with the statue, and claim your greater skill potion. All in all, this was one of the most fun videos I've ever gotten the chance to make. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more horizontal content like this in the game, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.